Hey, people. I was watching that last movie I posted, and I saw that I missed one of the funniest parts of it. So I'm going to start this with it. I was going through and looking at every time Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japhet come up, and showing how it was spelled different every time. And I forgot about this time when it came up first in this Noah's shame and Canaan's curse. It comes in a different order this time, and Kim comes before. And it's all spread out in these couple, 3 lines here. 4 lines. It comes right after this line that, the Noah's sons, and were the sons of Noah who went out of the ark, Shem, Ham, and Japhet. Spelled different again. And Ham was the father of Canaan. They had to throw that in there. And 3 of these, the sons of Noah, and from these was populated all the earth. And then, Noah's shame and Canaan's curse, is why chillin' had me with the vineyard, not planted, but he was chillin' Nhais, and you'll only find nays in 2 words in the world, and they both mean white. A chillin' it means a mayonnaise, a white cream. And that's what they'll say creme means in French, is the cream, creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. And who chillin' had me with the creme, with the vineyard. And why stimmin' high in whose car? Stimmin' is drinking wine. Why stimmin' high in? Sound like a Englishman talking. Who's stimmin'? Why stimmin' high in whose car? Why's car? It's where your word wasted in. And why stimmin' high in whose car? And why tuggle in took the easel? The AE becomes the ES, easel. And why tuggle? That's the hardest part of his job, And who tuggle in took an easel? And he was a painter. He's going to paint you a picture here. And where come a vickin on at whore what avive? What girl you called to come in and get naked to paint? Where come a vickin on at whore what avive? That lives. Who godles in to screw, to godle. Who godle sin? To screw together the sin. It'd be 2 people to sin and synchronize. And so, who godles sin and achu, yachu bitchwats. And so, the brothers, that's the black people. This is describing the paintings on the wall in Egypt. And that's what it says, God created achu, and he created the stars. And so, they represent the night sky. And so, about 2,000 years ago, when they outlawed astrology in the church, they had to give this book a different meaning, because it was about astrology. And the bitchwats, that's what goes on the altar. That's your barbecue. What gets bitch? The bitchwats. So, the name of the book is called A Tour of the City. And so he's writing, what's on the wall in the city. And so when you see black, that means night. This is what goes on at night. It's a honky-tonk. The honky-tonk, Egyptian for the church of 1,000,000 years. Been going on forever. And then you have this lesser shade woman. Looks more of a bone color. And that's I am. That's Yami. That's Yamuna or Yami. And that's, I am. And so that's why your word for water is the Hebrew word for water, I am. And the days, I am. Because she was the god of water. And the tale says that she couldn't bear her husband, the sun's heat. And word is she grieved at her brother's death, the first mortal. And at that time, there was no division between day and night. And so the gods created a division between day and nights, so she could see that time was moving and she could move away from her grief. And so that's why, the word for day is yum. Yummy, is a snack, something good, a yummy, something to eat. So in the beginning, he created the light. And so there was light and there was dark. And they were both good. But it wasn't until the second day when it gave it motion. And said God, let there be a firmament in Tuk. In Tukumim, mim, the waters, the motion. Why him victual been, where he filled been. Benham, as the woman, Benham, the daughter. And Benham him, where he's been. And Benham him of mim, of waters. It means emotion. Everything is made up of frequency. But this is also a yami, and it represents a jimmy stick, a jimmy, a yami, a yimmy. And you find this under the signs of the strokes, signs derived from hieratic geometrical features. And it's two planks crossed and joined is a jimmy. So that's ancient Egyptian knowledge. If you have something real big to move, this is your jimmy stick. One of them pries underneath it and you slide the other one up. And when you lift it up, you can roll it a little bit, get it moving. Jimmy is the little guy underneath that you're using to pry underneath. And that's how you move big things, like a calendar. You just mark every little day off behind you. It's like the little notches on an old bumper jack, each little notch. You click in the notch. So, the yom, what it says days in the Bible, it doesn't mean days, it means the nights. And it's the yom, the cool waters of the nights that separate the days. It's the little jimmies that help you get through the next day, cool it down. Something to pry against to make it through the next long day. And so this is why you still X your calendar off today. So why chillin' A's had me with a crim? Why stimmin' high in whose car? Why tuggle in took easel? Where come a vickin' on it whore of he avive? Why cuddles in a chew? Bitch what's in the brothers bitch what's and wifesome whipped at the smile. Wisem waltz the waltz come and laid it on the shoulders. Wisem waltz comes in 'em a whilse. Wisem waltz comes in 'em a whilse. Whilse is to shrink back and watch her in it. Who cuss what whore, what of a muffed, a muffin, and of their fathers' faces, of the whore of he muffin, immature in it, war what of Emil, the miller of, and war what of the miller of. And so Emil is the slave, they're wearing the slaves' clothes. You got your wives and you got your muffins. And so it seems that all our history written for 2,000 years has been to cover up, what was written on the wall in Egypt. And there was 2 other books that people made a tour and wrote what they saw on the wall. So when they told our people that astrology was illegal, they had to change the meaning of the Bible. In order to do this, they had to rewrite all history. And who affix in come Gina, the woman, who do, and Adam knew his wife, and who do at assure whose the love, and the love in we fetten. This is fetten as like feed. And why emmer, and why is, why emmer error, a mistake, and why emmer error can on of do bid 'em, and why emmer error can on of do bid 'em, Yea, the, let be El, yea, El, the gods of heaven, El, Achu, the sneeze, and yea, the stars, and let be the stars. And so that's why people try to put the races on Shem, Ham, and Japheth, because they're associated with color. And Shem is the word for name, and it comes from similar and same. And so he was same as Nah, which is nays, who chillinays the Noah. And so he's the white, he's the buxom Hume Bona. And then Ham is the come, and that's what come of it. And that's like the middle of the story, the meat of the story, the come. And then what if, and then think about it. And so I'm going to cut this short, and I'll make another short one, and I'm going to show you the meaning of this 500 years in the Greek. But I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.